viewers. Welcome to Majesty Television Network. Our topic today is very, very interesting. I can't really wait to talk about this topic. But we also want to salute every one of you who have been patronizing this network, and you've been giving us the privilege to be in your homes, and God richly, richly bless you. So today, this topic is very hot. I'm not just discussing it because I want to, but I believe that it is something that is happening and it has to be addressed. Modern women cheating in relationships. Why? So in today's broadcast, we take a look at the rampant and growing problem of infidelity among modern women. This trend has been on the increase, even to the point that it's becoming an embarrassment to this time. So in this show, we'll be examining the cause of this trend, its impact in the society, and what are the possible remedies. So our panel today comprises of seasoned community leaders who also are married. So join us in this show through the Facebook, or write your questions to us through the WhatsApp, and call the studio line on 020-3374-160, and let us discuss together. And remember, the purpose is not to bring down anybody, but we want to find a solution. Why would women of this time be cheating in relationship? Now let me introduce our guest to you. So from my back, you could see Auntie Felicia Ikocha. Hello, madam. Say hello to
hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
A retired nurse and a mother. So at the side of her is Mr. Obalade. Those of you who are watching us, you are popular with Mr. Obalade now, because even when he doesn't come, people are telling us, bring that man. So he's not just an expert in his restaurant business, but also is a good promoter and a talk show organizer too. So welcome, sir.
Thank you, viewers.
In case you
Pleased to be with you
have
again.
never eaten African food, please place your order on Obalade Suya, and then a trial will convince you.
Thank you.
So, and then we have by my right, my left, we have Auntie Cecilia Achono, also known as Ezine. So, Mom, can you say hello to the viewers?
Bless you all.
So these are our seasoned women and also men and the community leaders that we have here. So this topic is so interesting that we think it's not everybody that can have a say in it. So these panelists, I believe, they know what it takes to be in marriage and being married, and also what it takes for a woman to flirt. So at least with their age, they can really discuss and give necessary advice as for what must be done. So let me take my scripture from the Bible, Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. It says, 4a, it says, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. So marriage is honorable, and the Bible said that the bed must not be defiled. That doesn't mean that you have to carry your bed and be going here and there, but it means if you are married and then you begin to go after you've been married, and then you now begin to go and test another man or test another woman, something is very, very wrong. You defile yourself. So when you come out to your matrimonial bed, you cannot function there. So modern women of our time are now beginning to flirt around, and they ignore this noble scripture and ignore what God has said about it. Little wonder we are having a lot of divorce. So if you think you have somebody who is involved in this sort of thing, and you want that person to hear from these professionals who are here, please tell the person to tune in now. And if the person also have any reason why she's flirting, she is free to call anonymously, not mentioning her name, but let her give us a point where she's flirting. Alright, so welcome to Majesty TV, our panelists. Can I hear your voices?
Yes.
All right. So, this topic, is it conversant or is it just an abstract? Is it really true that people flirt or people cheat in relationship?
Yes.
All right, let's start with the man among us. Have you ever heard anything like that, Mr. Balade?
Of course, I have heard of many women in relationship, both just relationship and also in a marital relationship, that have it that is difficult to believe that they belongs to just one man. It's already become a belief now that they believe that they just don't belong to one man. Belonging is another thing again. It's another word that some women don't want to listen to. That did I belong to you? In the days that we are growing up, we always understood that our parents are talking about that is, I belong to my husband. But the word belonging these days has caused a lot of trouble. That we have now women of that's a single women, and we have women in understanding relationship. They say open relationship, which allow you to do whatever you like, and then it's not been working. We had a lot of trouble making that's women growing up in a relationship, understanding the relationship, what it really means, before we start referring it to God. Many women do not want to base or find the foundation of their relationship in God or in religion. They thought that the word has gave them so much that they needed, and the only way they can do it is just pursue it the way they see. But just like what that's the apostle just asked now, that if we have had it, I will say to you, we have heard it so many times, and that is the reason why we're here to give advice, and then that is open mind to it. We are not going to insult anyone or blame anyone in this that's an episode. We are only just going to advise one another and get a point that this time around we're talking about women that is cheating in a relationship. Thank you.
So do we then assume that it's only just a women issue, or is it a problem generally?
It's a general problem.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, because most of the time you hear it. Yeah, for instance, if you have a brother of an uncle that is close to you, and the wife is sleeping outside. Let me put it that in a decent way.
Yes.
The wife is sleeping outside. He will come to you and say, this is what is happening in my marital home. What shall I do? Or what have I done wrong for my wife to be stepping out? First of all, you will ask that your uncle, your brother. Are you treating your wife very well? Do you pay attention to her? Do you give her all the necessary love she's needed from you? Because most of the time it's also what caused the problem. If a man neglects the wife, if you as a man, you don't take proper care of your wife, or you don't provide her whatever she needs, then she will look for it outside.
Wow. This is really an abomination.
It is really an abomination.
Because even from the perspective of the Bible, it's an abomination. And then from the cultural perspective, being an evil man is an abomination. They can even set you ablaze if you are doing such a thing in Igbo land. But these days, I think the reverse is the case. They are practicing it everywhere.
Apostle, in Igbo land, it's very, very common nowadays. You know, in those days when we are at home, just as you said, it's an abomination. A woman that goes outside, sleep with another man. If other women in the village got to know about it, they are the people that will set your things outside. In those days. But we have been away from a long time from the, I don't know how they do it now.
Yes.
Because in those days, if a woman is being caught with another man, they won't even allow her to enter the house. They will pack her things out.
Jesus.
She will go from there.
Wow. Yes,
Oh,
Auntie,
yeah.
can you speak?
Can you
Auntie
put something?
Celia?
Yeah.
Those days, indeed, and these days, they're almost not
The same.
not the same. So sometimes, this cheating something.
Yeah.
There are women. I think what will be the cause of it is one of the causes. Some women are very sexually active. That their husband is not satisfied them, and then they think they have to go outside.
But we're just talking about the awareness of it. So we're not talking about the causes.
Okay.
We're talking
Of
about.
course, it has been there for long, and that is why cheating has been in existence for long. It didn't just start new. It has been there with women cheating on their husband, which is wrong, both before God and before women. But then I cannot say I can only talk to myself, but another person will also to have their own opinion, their own reason why they.
I think to cheating has not really been there. It is with the modern woman, because the modern woman is identifying her
I think if I may help in that particular area, man.
Yes.
You talk about the modern women and then the old-fashioned. You can call it old-fashioned, but it's not old-fashioned. But I mean, we want to go back to our days where women really have a lot to that is to lose if they go into such operation. So to that, because of the way the world treats them in those times is different from the way they treat them now.
Yes.
You will even see a woman that is out of her husband's house or even caught cheating in her husband's house, and then tomorrow she will be invited to a gala night, and then they will even give her a award. She will carry a award in her hand. Before, it's not like that. If a woman happened to be caught in that kind of relationship, people isolate that kind of a woman, which is also not also advisable, because it makes them to do worse thing. In these days now, we learn much way in handling those cases. Now that you can see what our mother said, that in Igbo land, if you do something like that, the same thing happened in my place. If a woman do like that, they will look for ashes. You know ashes? Yeah. They will pour it on her. Yeah. And then they will leave her outside. Everybody will know already that she has committed that particular adultery. And then maybe the husband want to forgive her, or the family of the husband want to forgive her. That remain between them. But that sign of her committing that particular that's offense will be shown by giving her that kind of treatment. But today, you know the reason why it becomes more that is open today. In the days of our fathers, or maybe I would say in his own father's day, because I saw my mother also working in our own days, the women are not given too much responsibility like it was today. The women are not given too much responsibility like it was today. Women are mainly to help in the domestic home. Make sure, even if they want to make money business, they make it around themselves, which is so satisfactory to them. The women of in those days listen to the Bible. They read the Bible more, and they have understanding more about the Bible. The teachings about that's a marriage and how to keep home and everything really get into their spirit. But as time start going, more information start coming, television start doing things, more program on the TV, and people start hearing cheat. They start hearing so many things, so it start bringing ideas. It start bringing ideas. You start seeing people talking on TV. Even you see sometimes people just argue on a movie or on a show, and the woman will not sit down and say, I'm right now. The other day my man cannot even help me more than twice. And so they are now comparing what they hear on the TV to their own personal life, and they start looking for help. Some men are travelers. Some women have their husband are seamen. They travel out, and then for the time that those information was not so grooming to their ear, they don't care. They know how to manage themselves. They know how to arrange themselves. They go to friends. They go to their mother, and they wait for their husband until he comes back. But now they have a friend that is telling them, say, your husband travel. Say, yes. You are free. I can come and visit you. And then how do you take care of yourself? Now people are more deeper into talking about private things than before. Before it's abomination. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
It's a taboo.
It's a taboo. But now people are more open. They are talking about it now. And when people are talking about something,
Can I ask this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it because people talk about it? Is it because that it is small, or it has been there but people keep it secret?
No, it is because people talk more about it in the open.
In those days, you can easily face punishment. They can stone you to death.
Yes. So, and if it happens, you hide it.
Because of human rights.
Ma'am, if it happened in those days, they hide it. Even the woman is so scared never to say it out. But now a woman will cheat and say, I did it because you did it too. You understand? So it brings a chain of violence.
Exactly.
It's continue like that,
So
and
you
then
cheat me, I cheat
and
you.
yeah, and one that is a marriage advisor once that's told me that, you see, in this particular area that we are handling right now,
Yes.
there is advantage to side and there is a lot of disadvantage to side, and the women stayed with most disadvantages. Now, if a woman is in a husband house and go out and have a do with another man, you never know the time of conception.
Exactly.
Conception can take place.
Yeah.
And in so many homes today, mothers are suffering because they are looking at their child that does not belong to their husband.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they cannot say
And they
that.
cannot say it.
Yeah.
They can't say what.
They can't say it.
It's
Even if people are
unbelievable.
taking rumor around and so on and so forth, can you imagine the kind of enormous pain they have inside of them, knowing
Yes.
fully well that that child is not their husband?
Yes.
Guilt. It's a
unbelievable.
guilt.
And so that is the reason why when people now want to talk about the man, I am not here to defend the man that is cheating.
Yes.
That a man is cheating and it's normal. But let us
Shouldn't
look
be
at
normal.
let us look at how is that's the importance of forming a family. Where does it really lies? It lies in a woman. The woman is the one that carries all the problems. They have to go through 9-month pregnancy.
Exactly.
They have to give birth. On that day, it's either the Lord God have to stand with a woman. We have had women in prayer. That's during delivery,
Death.
giving up the spirit. But man will not go through that.
Amen.
Man don't go through pregnancy. Man don't go through delivery. And after the child is given birth to, man does not have any kind of feeling, is this child
No,
mine
but
or
what we are
not?
talking
It's a
about-
woman that have
but what we are talking
all the
about
stroke.
is not about the delivery, because
No.
it's not every cheating
I'm-
that results to going to
Exactly.
delivery.
Most
And,
that is
when people are ungodly,
Yes.
we know what they do, so they may not allow the child to come up. So we know what they do. Either they go to terminate it or they go and do whatever they, all of those silly things. So, but what we are focused here is, why is it increasing more and more among the modern women? Is it because of exposure? Is it because of the media? Is it because of cliques of friends, chains of friends, your peer groups who are speaking about it? Or is it because of wealth acquisition? What is it that is fueling this? And why is it that there is no more shame in the eyes of the modern woman to tell the husband, yeah, you cheat on me, then I cheat on you too? We are talking about a woman who is married going to show her nakedness to another man. So some of them, even when you hear them talk, they say, yes, they saw your nakedness, you showed it to another woman, me also showed my own to another man. So to them, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's
Yeah.
like nothing.
That is exactly
But
why
it
I'm
remains-
bringing. That's exactly why I'm bringing the results. There's always a result to that. If you want to challenge your man, that you go outside and then have fun. I'm also going outside to have fun.
Yeah.
If you go outside and have fun, look at this kind of that's a scenario.
Yeah.
A man coming to sleep with another man's wife. And the woman said, yeah, he loves me because my husband doesn't care. My husband don't love me like he loves me. And the man was called and asked that, you had that's a sexual relationship with this woman. Do you really love her? I say, how can I love her? A woman who leave her husband and come to have with me, why she's also going to do the same thing with me?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you see you see the scenario?
Yeah.
You see now? The woman thought that, okay, the only way I can feel good is to love another man. Why I'm still having a husband? Because my husband treats me very badly.
Yeah.
And now the man that she's hoping that will be a help hand was called to the corner and said, how do you feel about this? Do you really love this woman? I said, how can I love her?
Yeah.
They say, why? He said, she's cheating on another man.
Yes.
So how do you think that she's not going to do the same to me? So you can really see the kind of corner that a woman is. Even at the peak of her thinking that I'm enjoying my life, somebody is just using her.
Yes. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I will attribute it to one word, spirit of end time. Almost everybody is possessed one way or the other. Yes.
That's another one. I like that, man.
End time spirit. That is what it is. Most people, you see much divorce. A lot of things are allowed to be done this time.
Yeah.
They legalize so many things these days.
Yes.
So many things change. So that's why, women are more enlightened or more educated now to know the so-called my rights I'm not married, you can't keep me inside this house. I have, I can do whatever that pleases me. Too much. By then, women of those days didn't have this freedom.
Yes, it's true.
Now women have much freedom. If you talk, I leave and go to look for another job. Or even I can even have my own house.
Yeah.
I can look for any man I like inside my house. Who are you? After I'm working, I'm bringing in money.
Yes.
Those days, when men have that authority, can tell women they buy their pants, buy those things. Then women will be afraid. Oh, if I lose this my husband, oh, what will I do? So that pin them down. Like small girls who are by then, who do not have a contraception. They get them inside. Not that they didn't have feelings. They are afraid to get pregnant.
Yes.
So now they're easy to get. So it's not like, hey, phew, everybody jump outside. And then the men also, they are waiting. Everybody just,
possessed.
Yeah, this time, I think I will blame more on the kind of spirit that is
roving around.
Yeah, roving around.
But let me ask you,
But
but why is it? Why is it that a man will know that a woman is married and yet you still want that woman?
Yes.
Why would men be doing that?
To me,
Mr. Balade?
to me,
Yeah, in many cases,
Yeah.
sorry man,
No.
in many cases I have spoken with some men like that who go out with other
Married
women and
even
so on.
though they have their own as well.
And the result is, you know that some women dress so seductively.
Okay.
And women who are married, who just want to remain young, who want to remain in the life of the
Fashion.
unmarried one,
Yeah.
want to play like them, dance like them, go to party, go to discotheque,
Yeah.
and dance like them. So some men are just like a hunter. So what they do is they look at those women and say, this one must be a good work, and they start going after them. And one of the things that you see is that women are so emotionally moved.
Yes.
If a man keep pressing on them, even if sometimes the man just happen to be too nice, carry their bag, help them with this, help them with that, say, can I help you with this? Already the woman start having emotional feeling towards that man.
Yeah.
And it could be just ordinary emotional feeling of thank you, you're doing well with me.
Yeah.
Then the man knows, every man knows that tactics. The very well the woman now start calling you for help instead of calling her husband, now calling you for help. Oh, my tire just busted, can you come and help me? She should have called her husband, but because now she's now having emotional attachment with you, not sexual, nothing. There's nothing going like that, but it's just that, oh, the man is always helping me. Now she's going to call you. Oh, hello, can you come and help me? My husband just left. And before this relationship started, even if her husband is in grown again, she will call him and say, oh, my tire just busted. Say, okay, don't worry, let me call IAWB for you. Maybe they will come around and help you. But this now, she don't need him anymore because someone is there giving that attention to her. And then she will start calling this person, can you come to me and help me? Can you do this to me? And then from there, the man will come also and help. And another thing again, another trick I want to tell you that the man have again is about telling them how beautiful they are. Oh, you are very beautiful. Oh, you dress well today, ma'am. Oh, you're looking good. Women like to be praised. They love it. That is why I advise so many men who thought that they don't know how to beautify their woman by using the word. And not only that, just using it for flimsy. Women are beautiful in many ways. And you must be able to recognize the area of the beauty of your wife. Tell them, let them feel it. Let them understand that those things, don't allow your words to always be, where is my food? You don't clean my clothes.
Have you ironed my dress?
Have you, is the bed set?
Can you imagine that?
And when are you going to buy the next Gary?
At this time.
Let me ask something.
Yes, ma'am.
Speak.
Yeah. A woman who married a man out of desperation, do you think, not for love, do you think he will always wait for the man? Or will go outside and be looking for the particular one she has wanted to have?
But why should you marry somebody
Out of
Out of desperation.
Yeah.
She wants to be married.
You know, there is a lot
She
of
wants to be married without love.
there is a
That
lot
love-
of
the love
situation
is
that
something.
drive
The love
people
is
to that.
something.
Yes.
Then you see that, okay, now, no, look at that one outside there. Do you think the love which already that's not been loved yet?
But
Yes.
that's my question
She will
is,
shift to-
why should someone marry somebody out of desperation?
Desperation.
To be married.
Because you will never be
To
happy
be
in that marriage.
Yes,
to be
exactly.
married. The woman, every woman wants to be say, I'm married.
No, not every woman.
Not every woman.
No, not
want to-
every woman.
no, of course, just
There are
because-
some women who want to be single.
Single, yes.
Yes, they want to be
But
single and they still want to have their
Most, a lot
babies.
of women
Yes.
want to be-
Can you
want to-
imagine?
Because
I
of the
want
new
to- I am
informations.
married. I am married. Let me just.
We come to
Stay
know
here.
this now, ma'am, because of the new information and the general, that's the public's opinion about let the woman speak up, let them be free. In so many times ago, women don't say those things about I want to be single. No woman ever said I want to be single, because you see that the very moment you get to the puber age, then the things start changing. Your mother start dressing you differently, telling you different things, telling you not to go among men like you used to do before, dragging you away, telling you are special now, you are like a flower. They were telling their mother is telling them, preparing them for that. So every woman at that time had the goal. But when it becomes a global problem, that women start running that I want to make things on my own, I want to be on my own, then they find out that then by the time they have that thinking of their mother telling them about marriage, it's not going to hold them down. And that is where the single women come in. I want to be single. I want to follow my career. I don't want to do that anymore. And those women will now run into the career situation into their 30s. Some of them will get into their 35, and when they get into their 35, men have another kind of thinking too. Men doesn't want the old woman. You see, are you following me? Man doesn't want the old lady because now she's getting older. They want to try a woman starting from 18, 19, 20, 21 to 25. So by the time you now pursue your career and get yourself into 35, then you become a desperate woman. If you still have the urge for getting married, and if you do not have the urge for getting married anymore, then you go to the statue of single woman.
Wow. Yeah.
And that has not been our language.
And that we don't know that language before. It was never our language. We learn it in English. There is no single woman in Yoruba land. We don't have it. We don't have it single woman.
Even with more, more wives.
We don't have that single woman language. We have a language we say abileko. Abileko in Yoruba means that some woman who goes to husband's house and got divorced and come back. So they call them abileko. You understand me? So that is what we have. But single woman, we don't have that. In our language.
What she just said now in Igbo land, maybe a man is having, let me say, even 6 wives, and a woman, because she's older, men are not more running after her. She's getting old, but she really wants to be married. She really wants to call a wife to a man. She will go into polygamous family. Maybe the man is having 10 wives. It doesn't matter. Just for her to answer Mrs. So-so and so.
You see that, ma'am? That is the reason why we don't have to tear this subject into many. You see, the reason why polygamy was coming in other tradition, because polygamy was not introduced to many people as a religion. It came as a tradition even before religion came. And the reason why it happens like that is that some women become of later age and they could not go into, because in my town, they used to tell us the story. There was a time that women of the same age have to go to the market together. And that day they will go to the market together. The men of the same age who want to marry also are coming to the market together. It's a special time for them. If you are not of that age, you can't go to the market. You must stay home. So when they now go to the market, that is where they now they will see the bachelor and the Spencer and everybody will now meet themselves. They will now drink wine, they will talk, they will do everything. It is there the woman will notice the man who liked her and then can go and report at home that I see a man likes me, and the man also will report at home that I saw a girl in the market. So it's always in the market thing in those days.
But now it's in the gym.
Now it's in the gym and the swimming bad and the football ground. Yes.
We don't have gym.
That is now. She's saying now.
And what I personally observe is those days in Igbo, and when a woman gets married, no matter your age, you start rapping 2 rappers to differentiate yourself from non-married.
You see?
Unmarried people.
Right now, you see the married, even my age mates, they put these eyelashes and push up. So some men get confused sometimes. They don't even know
who is married and who is not married.
They don't know. So sometimes
I hope that our viewers are learning very much from here, because the reason why you see women dress differently is because they give honor to their status. They give honor to that, telling the man, say, stay away, I am married.
It's no more like grandmothers dress like
Yes, stay away, I am married. Because they refuse to go with that statue anymore. They refuse to recognize themselves like that anymore. So every woman, every man now just go to them and embarrass them in the way they don't feel it. In the way they don't want it.
Exactly what she said. What she said is true. Because
and that leads so many women, that leads them into that. You will see some women even regret
of course they do
doing that. But because of that little emotional time that makes them to fall into that particular temptation,
Yeah.
and then the man will now hold it on them. And the reason why we now tell women to try to restrain themselves is because end of it is always someone insulting them that if she's a married woman, I just tested her now. I just make her test her,
The
make
same
her
man,
test her
the
small.
same man,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
The
is
same,
very
the same
terrible.
stupid man you thought that he
Loving you,
really
loving
care
you.
for you.
Yes.
Maybe he's even going to love you more than your husband.
loving you.
He's telling now when they come to the men group, say, that woman, I don't chop and wear. I don't know, say even I don't know, say married woman even sweet like that. I just chop and wear.
Oh.
That is somebody's mother.
Yeah.
That is somebody's wife.
It is terrible.
So, and we are using this particular subject to tell the women that if you believe that you're having your time, I'm enjoying myself because my man do this and I'm going to do it, the other man you are doing with does not have respect for you.
Okay.
He does not speak well of you outside.
At all.
It does not. It doesn't
At all.
speak well of you. So that is the reason why the women need to restrain themselves.
Exactly.
The world is tough. The men are bad. Men are even getting worse.
And,
But you do not have to throw away your crown.
Exactly.
Because of what the men
don't
are doing.
Show your diamond to everybody.
Respect
because
yourself.
that is not good at all.
Yeah.
You see, because at the end of the day, you are the one that is going to lose.
Suffer it.
And you
Yeah.
are the one that will suffer the pain when they will begin to gossip about you, when they will begin to talk about that. Look at how Mr. Malade put it. I don't chop him. Chop you.
Chop him as rice.
Are you rice? Right?
Spaghetti.
Are you sweet?
You are really a chicken man. I don't chop am well well.
Spaghetti.
You are somebody's mother. Can you imagine if your son is there, or your daughter, they are using that word, they don't chop you. Are you bread that they are eating this way? Please, you see, it's not good. I think it's important that we respect ourselves.
Yes.
And if you don't love your husband, you don't love your partner, then you can check out of that relationship.
Yes.
Than to stay in it and be messing up yourself.
Yeah.
Now, to somebody who is out there watching us, please, maybe you just tuned in. We are talking on why modern women are cheating in relationship, the consequences and the impact in the society we are in today. You see? So, in case you have something to say, please give us a call on the studio line, which is 020-337-4160, or chat with us on the WhatsApp on 0626 046432, or go to the Facebook and join us in this discussion and make your comment. Now, can we talk about some of the reasons why people are involved in it? What could be the reason why a woman will now become unfaithful in a relationship? I have one.
Okay.
I think maybe it's dissatisfaction.
Yes.
Okay, in many issues. So when we talk about dissatisfaction, it's not just only about sexual, but that also counts.
Yeah.
It can also be dissatisfaction in, the way she's not just happy over the way she thought the man is this way, but at the end the man is no more what the man faked to be. There are some men who can really love you when you are dating them, but now they married you as a wife. So all of those fancy things you saw in them, you don't see them anymore. Do you understand? So he carries you and throws you around and spank you, but now he can't spank you, he can't throw you up again. And you are still waiting. Meanwhile, you become so big that they can't even lift you to throw you up.
And moreover also,
Ma'am, you see, I saw the other time when I talk about
when the
You're
relationship
still looking for them to
Yeah.
throw you around and spank you.
when the relationship is also based on deceit.
Yeah.
When the relationship is also based on deceit. When a man tells the woman, I am this, I am that, I will do this, I will do it for you.
Yeah.
Maybe the first, let me say 2-3 years, he kept to his words. But later on, he changes. So all those things that he promised doing, he's no longer doing it. And this woman will be frustrated. It's also one of the dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
Then she will go outside to look for those things that she's missing in the home.
Yeah, that is the reason why we need to come to them.
It's not
No,
good.
that is the reason why.
It's not good. It's
That
not
is the
good.
reason why we need to come. We need to
It's not
come
good.
now and tell them
It's
that you
not
see,
good.
Because of
a marriage,
materialism.
a marriage or relationship is a long time thing.
It's not about
And
materialism.
yes, it's not about
covenant.
materialism. And then sometimes because we see that relationship of men and women based mostly on promises. I love you. I'm going to love you forever.
Exactly.
I care about you, and don't worry, I'm going to buy you this. I'm going to buy you that. That is what he wanted inside of him. That is exactly what he wants to do. Sometimes situation allow him to do it. Sometimes situation bend him a little bit. He couldn't get to that point anymore. Now you can hear what that apostle was saying. He said when that's a man and a woman started, they love themselves, they play around, they jump themselves up, they do everything. It is because when you are single or even newly married, you have no child, you have no burden, you are not paying much in your life, because now when you become two, you pay more. Those things are not there. When a man gets married and gets responsibility, he becomes scared. And when that fear comes in, now he start dropping the things he's doing before. And the things he do before now become time taking for him, because he needs to find a way to continue to sustain the house financially. He needs to find a way to continue to keep his marriage strong and then going. Within that particular that is an area, the man lost track. He lost track quickly. And some women are so good in this. Do not give the relationship only to the man. You need to help the man too. Some women are so good. They don't want to complain that, yeah, my man was doing this before and he's not doing it anymore. Because they start understanding that, yes, he was doing that when we were when we were not with too many responsibility, no children, no paying for this, no paying for that. My mother just passed away. He needs to give some money to my family. My brother needed to go to school. He needs to help and do this and do that. Now his head is getting more busier, and the love start weighing out, and the romance, the romantic that is a time he got now slowing down. But the woman at that particular time start picking. Science makes us to understand that when women become 45, they become more demanding.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's what they become more demanding in every area. They become more demanding. They are now thinking about their future more. They become more brilliant. They are open more to the future than it was before. Before they can be very joking, playing and doing things. But the very moment they come to that age, everything starts getting different to them. They need more attention of the man. They need you to be more around. They need you to be more attentive to them. They need to have something to depend on, that yes, I'm a woman to this age right now. I have successfully made this. So if they don't get that, check it out also. You will see that most women who go into this kind of a problem, check their age. It started from that 35, 40 to 45.
Oh, really?
Check it. For those who are still young, that are still into it, if you look at their problems, it could be they went into relationship too early. When they go into relationship too early, then they can fall into I'm not satisfied.
I remember I'm not a modern
woman. You are still you are beautiful.
Those days I remember when mother-in-law used to find wives for their sons.
Please don't go there, beg.
Apostle, let her come.
What kind of role did love play there? That when you enter into, because marriage is commitment. This modern people, marriage is about satisfying myself. Those days was for family. That's why a woman will enter and say, I'm here to have, whether your husband, you don't even mind your husband, you have to take care of the family. But these modern women are more of a psychedelic lifestyle, and that my husband has to pet me. But those days it wasn't like that. I don't know.
No petting, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't like petting by then. It was just for better, for worse. That's how they married those days. But these days that people are more educated, then they know much of their rights. But when they enter me and my husband, my brother or whoever, they're not important. Children, no children. It's just like a white tradition, white people tradition. It wasn't like this in Africa.
Extended family.
That's why I say a woman could marry a man, an old man, because she's there to produce, not really for love. Those days, not really for love. Those days, that is very true. That's why I see them marrying a woman who went to marry an old man that has 5 children. Is she there for love or what? It's for children, not for love.
Children for who again? For the man?
Yeah, of
or
course,
children for yourself?
For herself also, who will take care of her at her later age. That's our belief before.
Okay.
Unlike now, this is why we are having more problems now, because my husband has to take care of me. But those days, people depend on. Even that's why I have women hated by them. You still remain married to that man who doesn't care about them. They still remain
that's what they call it. You know, the women of that time call it bondage, and the women at this time call it that is a bondage, because
it's a big change.
you see what she's saying about a woman accepting it at all conditions.
Even when she's hated by her husband.
Yes,
she
stayed. Yes.
When it comes to
Like Leah in the Bible. Yeah.
We need to make babies.
Yes. 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 I'm
who don't know how to show, because some race men don't know how to show love.
Yes. Apostle, I believe the other time you were telling us about the plan of God for a man and a woman.
Yes.
And then why God even allowed polygamy in the days past, and why we could scrap it out or advise people not to go into it, or why we could tell people, okay, if you can manage it, it's okay. We have no right to tell that to anyone if it's okay or not. But what I see from what you said also, and the Bible makes us to understand that so many history has come up in the way where we can still continue to keep our marriage in front of God. What women have been through, and what is there. You see, she said something about love, about that is the marriage in those days was not based on love. But you see, love when you start living with somebody. Even when you say to someone outside there, I love you, I love you, I love you. Wait, let us come together home. It is then I will know if you really love me. You can love me always. We go to the movie. We are traveling to France tomorrow. You love me, you love me, you love me. When I come to your home is when I know really you love me. When we can be in the house together. When we continue to sin ourselves. Because you see, some people ask them why their marriage broke down. They say, it's boring. I'm seeing her every day. It means that you don't even know the meaning of marriage from the beginning. Before you get into it, you don't even know that you are going to be seeing this woman for the rest of your life.
Marriage is not a contract.
Yeah, that is not a contract. It's something. The man is boring. You don't used to dance before. When I met him, we used to go to dancing. We dance, but now he's not dancing anymore. Yeah, and she forgot that she's the one going to tell the man, say, our car is old. Our car is old. They're not using this kind of car anymore. We need to change our car. I don't like this flat. You know, our children are 4 now. We need to get another flat. Yes.
You know the honeymoon where you think it's both of you alone.
Yeah.
And then 3 days we're already fighting because it's so boring.
Boring, yes. It's so boring. It's so this, it's so that. So
have children who will keep them busy. It won't be boring. Because the attention will go to the children.
Yes.
So if you have to look at a particular man, some men are not romantic at all.
Yeah, some men are not.
Of course, if you are the one who want to be handled like
but before you got married to the man,
but you know that he was not romantic.
No. Before he was romantic. Some men are romantic before they marry. Okay, a gentleman came to me just of recent. He came to me in the restaurant and told me, Daddy, I just want to discuss something with you. Me and my friend were arguing about something. Is it our tradition to kiss a woman?
Wow.
Or is it that is something we pick up? And both of them were looking at me. They are expecting me to say something. And I look at them. I said, look, my guy, we are North Europeans. We don't kiss our women in Africa. There is no kissing in our tradition. We don't know it. We pick it up because we saw it. It's a good thing. It makes the woman feel good. And that is the reason why we pick it up. Up till now, there are still men who doesn't want to kiss because they don't know it. They were not brought up with it. I remember a day I was in in Zola I went for my exam.
Yes.
So before I was called in for the exam, my wife will be called differently. I will be called differently.
Yeah.
So I was about leaving. There was an Igbo man. He was an aged man. He was just sitting there.
Yeah.
And then we have already greeted ourselves earlier. So when my wife was about to leave, for her own examination, she came to me and said, "Oh, darling, I'm going for my exam. Wish me luck." And I said, "Good luck." And we kissed one another,
Yes.
openly. And the man said, "My God, No, he did not even say abomination. He didn't say abomination. He said, I am happy to see Nigerians in public kissing themselves.
Yes,
I have never seen this before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the man, he did not say it's abomination.
No.
He's a Nigerian man. He's an Igbo man.
Yes.
He said, now it's good that you people can be free to yourself and show it that you really love yourself.
Exactly.
But this is something you can't do in Nigeria. Even now,
Up to today.
up to today, you can't kiss a woman outside on the street. If you do that, everybody will look at you. I was holding the hand of my wife walking on the street. They say, you wow. You know what they are saying? They are trying to make a jest of us. And I say, you wow. We like this, so. and I'm still going again. Are you people thinking you are still young? Why is this? They will not allow you to hold her. And here, I do it freely. Every time I go to the city with my wife, we can hold hands.
Yes.
No problem. Nobody even feel
I'm
you.
so used to it.
So I'm so used to it. And on the street in Nigeria, I just
They
hold my
will kiss
wife,
you.
and they say, they started with wow, which is, we like this, so. And secondly, are you thinking, are you thinking you are still young?
Yeah.
Hey, terrible.
So to introduce this particular thing in our own culture or in our society, we need the people to really know that you share love. Our body is holy, our body is good. There's nothing wrong with the women. There's nothing wrong for you to kiss them. There's nothing wrong for you to hold them on the street. There's nothing wrong for you to look in our tradition back in Nigeria, when women are married in Yoruba, we wear the same kind of clothes, we wear the same kind of traditional clothes. And when I come here too, I was doing it and people were laughing at me. They said, oh, you want everybody to know that's your wife. You don't want them to take your wife away. I say, you got it. That is exactly what I'm doing. Making sure that everybody knows that this is now Obalende wife, we don't touch her more. So that's Mr. and Mrs. But if I withdraw from that because of shame, because now what Madam said is that so many women have withdrawn from that traditional belief because of shame.
Yeah.
They thought that to even mention their husband in the public is a problem. Some women don't even want people to know who is their husband if they go to party. So you see where all these things are coming from. This is exactly this is exactly Mom, you are in the church. You don't come to many public places with us. You see, that is exactly where the problem is coming from. Women don't even want people to know who their husband is.
They want people to believe they are single.
Yes.
Oh, really?
No, they are very shy. It's not of shyness. It's nature.
That is not nature. Excuse me, Cecilia, we are talking about women flirting. That's why we are here.
No, we're talking about women of those days, women of today. Now that they have been enlightened.
Because it's the modern women they are talking about.
Women, women. He had this my husband.
That's the old modern women.
Modern women.
Who could stay?
Old women,
Who could stay married?
Yeah.
Not this one of today's one who want to look younger
They'll show you their husband.
than their children. Understand? They are proud of themselves. Some of them dress more younger than their children now. But let me ask this question. Like believe that you have to marry virgin. I get this one. Don't touch her. Don't know anything about her. And they don't know this person.
What are you talking about here?
Wait. Let me ask.
Because from your own church, people are always pregnant.
Wait, let me ask.
So all the time, the Catholic people with people who are very pregnant.
Let me ask this question.
It's just a certificate to
Let
marry.
me ask this question.
Certificate.
Why women can also jump around, and then finally you get married to this particular man you don't know. Then the game starts, and the man is.
The man doesn't function. That's what you mean. Okay.
So do you think the woman will be hanging out to manage, or the man will manage, or they'll be going outside looking for?
But in this case, we are not talking about those who are not functional, because most of the women who have
the reason why women flex.
Yes.
And one of them could be this: you're married the man, I didn't know.
Yes.
And then
the man is not functional.
Yeah, it could be the reason, one of the reasons why they flex, they run around outside. And I said, yeah.
Okay.
Of course, because church he said no see him, keep him.
Yeah.
Then finally marry this man, and the final day come.
But
the woman they will be forced to go
get on there.
It's possible.
If a man, ma'am, I understand what you're saying. If a man have a problem of erection,
yes,
and then he could not seek help, and he got into a marriage
family,
because of shame.
Yes.
He got into marriage because of shame. they have a way
A way of arranging it.
yes, they
From the
arrange it
family.
because the family do
family
that.
will know.
But
No,
today,
the family arrange it
yeah, the
because-
family arrange it. But today is totally another thing.
Yes.
A woman will always know the level of the man before they even get married.
Yes.
The man, they go out together, they do many other things. Some women also keep it right. I've had it so many times that some women keep it and say, look, until after marriage before I will have anything with you.
Yeah.
So if at the time of marriage, now she now discover that this is happening
Yes.
to my man,
Yeah.
she have every audacity to divorce that man.
Yes.
And don't get herself into the life of her.
That's what Bible said.
Of course, if
the man
She was deceived.
if the man is honest from beginning,
if the man is honest, that's another thing.
a woman can decide I will stay no matter
Yes.
what.
Yes.
Yes.
They go outside and look for a man.
Yes.
No, they don't
no,
do that.
no,
They don't
no
do that.
children.
They don't do
In
that.
Africa, hardly marry a woman who cannot conceive. You know, it's those days, eh?
Yeah. But what we are talking about now, people in their marital
Marital
life sleeping
outside their marriage.
Exactly.
That is what we are trying to bring together. We understand that this case is very big, can be very elaborated in so many ways. But you see, we need just to keep it right. Keeping it right is that we're trying to advise women
Not to
from
do it.
from all the area they thought that it is good for me to do it, either for revenge, either for enjoyment, either for anything. The man you are doing with does not have respect for you.
But the fact also is this: I believe, even if it's because of erectional problems, that is why the woman is going out. And then, if the man is pretending about it, and then the woman is able to confront the husband to say, "This thing, you're not satisfying me the way you should be, the way it should be," I think no man will want shame. No man will want shame. So the man will say, "Okay, maybe I want to go and get my friend. Maybe my friend will be sleeping with you." I don't know whether
Can a man
it's...
do that?
Yeah, they have open relationship in the Western world,
Yeah, yes.
and then
In the Western world.
I think in the part of Africa it becomes so secrecy that
Yes.
people do it, and you
Yes.
never know
You
that
never-
they do that.
And other people even have some people who will be sleeping with their women so that they can make children for
Yes.
them.
Yes.
And then they can say, "Okay, I want only 3 children from you." And then only that man will sleep with that woman. And it's only known between the husband
And the wife.
and the wife and the
And
man.
that is what they call open marriage.
Open marriage.
That is what they are doing. They call it open marriage. That is different totally from what we are saying now about a woman who is not that is honest in our relationship,
Exactly.
who always have everything. Because I can tell you there are women that have almost everything.
Everything.
The man is doing everything for them. The man sleep in the house every day, and still they go out there and do this thing. And another women have the problem of the man not being caring enough.
Yes.
The man going outside to cheat, and she sit down in the house and say, "What a hell!
Yes.
I'm also going to revenge. I want you to have the same pain that I have."
And that is bad.
But that is the reason why, ma'am, you know that the other time when I was giving the result of that,
Yes.
you say we don't want to explain that right now. And that is the thing that comes in. At the end of the day, the woman have the bad experience of what she has done.
Exactly.
Because women are very important.
Yeah.
No matter who we are today, we are husband, we are father, we are dog. Without a woman, we can't be that.
Yeah.
You have given birth to something that is now hurting you. How could you now allow the man that you are the woman? You give back to us. Even you can be a girl today. Tomorrow
Yes,
you'll be a
a
mother.
mother, yeah.
And you're going to be a mother of a man who may become a president of a nation, a governor of a nation, a minister or whatever. But because of your not being able to tolerate a little time of restraint,
Yes.
restrain yourself, hold yourself back,
back.
and say, "I am not going to become an animal like you have become an animal." To the man, you said to the man like that, "I'm not going to put down my honor because you put down your honor." That is what we should discuss with the women of this day,
Yes.
that they are honorable,
Yes.
that they are peculiar.
Yes.
They are the thing that God sees and bless this world.
Yes.
God has blessed the world through the women.
Yeah.
Think about it. Even if the man is coming today and say, "I senior woman, I'm a king of women," where do you come from?
From woman too.
From woman.
So then you are a king of your mother. So the advice today we should pass on to our viewers is that please be patient a little bit. They said no matter how the day is, the night is dark, in the morning it will be light again. Even if you go through a little pain because your man has done this thing to you, don't go in a range and commit another crime.
Crime.
Those crimes will not be fitting to your children. It will not be fitting to your nature.
Yeah.
Even your history will not carry it well. That's why we have a woman they call Jezebel now.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
any woman just do anything wrong, they say Jezebel.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
You know, another
play evil
reason
with
why
evil.
some of them flirt, you know, which I want to mention here, has to do with online flirtation, online flirtation. You know, the things they are watching on the
Yes,
TV and all of
yes,
these things,
yes.
and now they begin to practice
Yes.
it by chatting with a man they don't know. You see, they begin to chat with a man they do not know,
Yes.
and then their husbands are sitting next to them, but
Yeah.
they are chatting with another man they do not know.
Yes.
You see,
Yes.
that's also flirtation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So as time goes on, now the man may begin to ask you, "Are you married?" So if you don't say you are married, because some of them also are dating them and asking them, "Can we meet in so place?"
Yeah.
Or so place. So by first the online flirtation begins, and then from there,
Relationships, that's
the man now wants to see you face to face.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you go the first day and say, "Oh, you went when you went, you saw that the man is more handsome than your husband, or the man is more caring than your husband." Then
temptation
before
starts.
you know it, temptation begins. So what I'm trying to say here is that even if the online is accessible to you at all time, don't use it to flirt.
Yeah.
You know, because if you start that secret chatting, before you know it, it can take you to where you never expected.
Yeah.
So don't start it.
That is the reason why we have it that 95% of corporate women cheat. Why did they cheat?
Yeah.
They go to offices and see young men. They have to work in that office for 12 hours or more. And then by the time they say, okay, let's go out to drink.
To drink or dinner.
As a colleague, you want to go out with your colleague and drink.
Coffee.
Of
And
course.
some have to work late in the office.
Yes.
And while they are working late in the office, the man is coming to your back and say, "You have to do this in the computer. You have to do that in the computer. You have to do this."
Yeah.
And then you start feeling the man body touching your body.
Yeah.
And you see, that is the reason why you see so many things, so many things happen to women. Even they are helpless.
Yeah, yes.
You have to understand.
Yeah.
Some women right now,
Vulnerable.
even while we are discussing this, some may be looking at it and they are feeling exactly what has happened to them. That
Yes.
it was wrong.
Wrong.
They were taken advantage of. In those days, because the men understand that the women will be in trouble, that's why they say, "Don't wear this, don't wear that, or you cannot go and work in that office. You cannot do this, you cannot do that," because some of them are even taken advantage of by their boss.
But
Yeah.
they also, some of the things
So-
they are wearing these days. You
Yeah,
know,
because if
it's
they don't wear that, they will
seduction.
not even employ them. There are offices that will not employ you when you wear too many women things, like you wear
Cover
baggy
yourself.
clothes, you cover too much. Then they say we can't employ you.
Yeah.
They need a woman to be sharp, to be breast up,
Yeah.
to be this, to be that,
Yeah.
and then come to work. And if
Yeah.
you are, what if you are somebody's wife
Yeah, you have to dress that way.
and you have to dress that way?
Exactly, you have to.
And when you dress that way, every man come, "Oh man, you look beautiful. Are you looking good? Can we drink something?" You can say no today. You say no tomorrow. You say next tomorrow no. And even sometimes the boss will give you an updraft. Nah, I
Yes.
mean give you an operation to work with the man,
Yes.
and you have to work with the man because of your salary.
That's another one.
It still goes back to
Jesus, be merciful.
anytime.
End time.
Anytime story.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true because
Yeah, you are right. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
Whatever is happening to them,
I'm not denying that.
Are being possessed by spirit they don't know that's overpowering them. They want to stop, but they can't. They like people who drink, who need deliverance. Some who need deliverance cannot take advice until you deliver the person from the spirit that is possessing them.
We are making a
They will
good
never-
point.
they will never
Drunkenness.
stop.
Yes.
They will never
Because
stop.
that's also what can cause them to be flirting.
Of course.
Alcoholics.
When
Yeah.
they have, when they
Do
are
you know the
drunk
level
now,
of alcohol that women are consuming these
And
days?
they
My
want
dear-
freedom.
more especially when they go to borel.
Yeah, a woman come to the TV program and say that she slept with 5 men, but she don't even know.
Jesus.
What?
Men,
Yeah.
men
She
enjoy
slept
it
with
too.
5, and they asked, "How did you know?" She, "I was always drunk."
God forbid.
And now she's pregnant. She don't know who owns the baby.
Oh,
Those
Jesus.
things are possible. It's good to.
And 4 men has been tested, and all of them are negative.
Oh,
Maybe I'm not from
yes.
Anyway,
4 men was tested, and they're negative. So they're looking for one, and they couldn't find that one now.
Ọlọ́run gbà mí.
Hey.
She said she don't even know him because at that time she was so drunk.
She was so
They made
Yes.
advantage
But
of
they
her.
were raping her
And
then.
it was she didn't say rape. She never said rape. She said they were having big party. It was always party. So at party she's drunk and then anything can happen. And so it keeps happening. So she don't know at the time of conception. She don't know exactly which of the man owns the baby.
Hey,
no.
Jesus.
It is there.
So there is so many factors. There is so many factors.
Yes, exactly.
There's so many factors that is making women go into all these things.
Because they want to act like men. Because in the olden day, women are not used to being drunk.
Yes.
No.
So now the modern woman want to just act like.
You see that wine? Where do you see it?
Yeah.
You drink only
Water.
Water or that
Malt.
Wine.
You know those
Fanta.
days. You know those
All
days.
of those things.
How those days women work with women.
Yeah, men, women.
Men work with men.
Yes.
This,
That's
this
like
time they
Muslim.
mixed up. So and men are sorry to say that men are really
Cunning people, eh?
very funny.
Cunning
people.
and dangerous.
Yeah, they always like to bring that person's down somehow. Not that you just want to test dick, test Harry, test to say that, but you are not. If you are, you would have minded your. It's okay. One is one. Yes, you are not.
Yeah.
Test dick, test Harry. Try to see. I don't know whether they have different.
But it depends.
Men like to men. You know, men like to. Men contributed to the.
Yeah, but that one, for instance, if a man is not in good term with your husband, you know, and he wants to hurt that man, yeah, he can go after that woman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, a lot of men take revenge on man by even going to sleep with their wife.
Yes,
It's true, ma'am. You are right. You're right. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Oh, that's
some,
bad.
yeah,
That's
some
very
men
bad.
want to hurt the other friend.
friend.
Even sometimes they are friends.
They're
He just
friends.
want to hurt his friend,
Yeah.
and he will go sleep with his wife.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Take
but
photo
that's.
safe.
Yeah. You know, back in that is
And why would the girl or the lady also agree?
Yeah.
Why would the lady agree?
Yeah. Some women who even
Yeah,
restrain,
maybe a
yeah,
man
some women who
may
even
be-
restrain
may be too
themselves
proud, may be
get
too-
raped,
Yes.
and they couldn't tell
Yeah.
anyone.
A woman may be too proud,
Yes.
or a man may be too proud of the wife. Oh,
Yes.
my wife is this, my wife is that.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Then the
And
friend,
they
the
become
friend is
jealous.
jealous.
Yes.
Then they
The
say,
friend will
okay,
jealous.
yes.
Yes,
So, okay, this
yes.
woman that we are talking about, let me see.
I will destroy. I will destroy. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
That is why.
Pray that you don't enter into their trap.
Yeah, that
Yes,
is a,
exactly.
look. Women are so valuable.
If it's not your own,
I'm telling you,
eat and drink with them. they
ma'am.
can-
Do you know
What I know
that?
happening here, what I know that have been happening here is that when some of these men marry the people who are not from our own side, and so they leave them to travel back to Nigeria. Also, by the time they are coming back, their friends have gone to sleep.
Oh, a lot. We hear that.
So-
We don't want to talk about
Yeah, in
diaspora.
Amsterdam.
We don't want to. We don't want to talk about diaspora. If you
Yeah,
go
in
to
Amsterdam.
diaspora,
Yeah, in
if
Amsterdam.
you go to diaspora, it's also the same back in Africa too.
see.
That you
What?
travel,
Wickedness,
that you
huh?
travel, and your friends go home to say, "I want to help your wife," and just before you know it.
That's
Even some of
living.
them see the children and say, "Ah, this child does not look like me. Look like my friend." Yeah, of course. Of course. So, in a nutshell,
Yeah,
in a
it's
nutshell, things happen in different way and for different meaning.
Yes.
But we are just here to tell the women that
Don't fall
if it's
into the
happening
trap.
to you, find help quickly.
Find help, yes.
Look for people to help you.
Yeah.
Some men can be so dangerous and they are just looking for a way to get to you. And if you notice it, quickly
Withdraw
look for
yourself.
help. Withdraw yourself, because at the end of it, either you come out and say, "Yeah, my husband do it, I also do it." Everybody will pay you more than your husband. Nobody
Yeah.
talk about the infidelity of the man.
No.
They talk more of the women.
Yes. It's very, very
They
very
talk
true.
more of the women. So
It's very, very
if the woman now say, like what my auntie just said here, that women are thinking now like I am a man too.
Yeah.
If you ever feel that way, you already start looking for your own downfall.
Downfall.
I am. That is the word that says that what a man can do, a woman can do it. It's a slogan to pull the woman up. It's a slogan to help the woman not to feel like we are slaves.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it does not go to the
Mean that
extent
you
of the
have to
woman. You
compete
have to
with
do the same thing that the man is doing. Oh, my man cheat on me, so I'm going to cheat back on him
no.
to hurt him back. Even some, you know what some women do? They go sleep with your friend
Yeah.
just to hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they will tell the friend, say, "Yeah, you know what happened? My husband cheat on me, so I want to sleep with you so that we can hurt him together." And the friend also will do it.
It's terrible.
And now the woman will now
That's
go
not
to
a
the
friend.
husband. The woman will now go to the husband and say, "Yes, you know what I do? Because you do that, I sleep with your friend."
No.
Oh no, no.
Then the man will say, "Okay, you sleep with my friend. Who know all these 4 children we bought for me and my own? I'm gonna go tell them DNA." Then trouble starts. Let's go and do the DNA. It happened here also.
Only for them to find out
Oh, of course.
that the four
The
children,
4 children
don't belong to the
don't
man.
belong to the man.
Happen in Nigeria so these days, eh?
So you know we really need to find a way to help and then talk to one another. We are not against anyone.
No, you are not condemning.
Yeah, we're not condemning anyone, but whatever might be the problem that may be making a woman to go outside our marriage and think that maybe that is a good thing that they are doing, we want to tell you today that it's a lot of danger before it. It's a dangerous thing to your family. It's very dangerous to the reputation of your children. It's very dangerous to your own reputation. Find another way to keep your home, to keep your wants. Find another way to enjoy your life.
Exactly.
But you know that back home in those days,
Mr.
that type
Eko-
of act
Eko York
can
is
block
Sleepy.
can block marriage.
Joined us. Yes. What Mr. Eko, is it Eko or Eko? York is Sleepy. He said, I'm enjoying the program.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for enjoying the program. Yeah, continue please what you are saying.
No,
now.
what I was trying to say is, a woman who is flirting, is blocking also the future of the female children,
Oh my
because
God.
in future, those girls of yours will find it difficult to marry back home.
Because they'll be
Because
making
they will
reference.
Yeah,
say-
like
yeah,
mother, like like mother, like
Yeah.
They'll
daughter.
say
Yes. They will
yes.
say their mother always flirts.
Yes.
How do you know that she won't do
You're
the
talking
same
of those
thing?
days or now?
They call it
Even
generation.
now.
They call it generation curse.
Even now,
When they don't,
even now.
you mean when
Well, it's because they don't live at home, so nobody knows.
nobody
them.
knows? So what are you telling me?
Nobody knows.
Because those days your
Yes,
mother
it-
had to come to
the
mother
consequence
go to
can
the
only
mother.
happen. The consequence can only happen when the girl has married and she begins to also behave like the mom, and then that's the time maybe the
But-
family that married her will begin to trace. They will say,
They
"Oh,
don't, they don't care anymore. Do you know what
the
is
mother
happening
behaved
these
this
days?
way." Same
Yeah.
way too.
No, but even a lot of them are so wild that when they enter, they sweep everybody out. You don't have much to come and talk. In my husband's side, they have too much power this time. Right? In my husband's side, those days are gone. Days are gone when family come to talk. The problem between a woman. Now get out of my house. Who are you? Again, they lock you up. Throw your mother-in-law outside. That's what is happening these days.
Well, that is when mother-in-law
Yes.
doesn't respect
That's
herself.
what they will say. They know what they want to
mother-in-law
do.
must
When
know.
they close your mouth as a mother-in-law, they do whatever they like inside the house with them. Yes, of course. A lot of things happen these days. What women are doing, women of these days, because of money.
Well, we are
Yeah,
bringing it.
yeah,
Yes.
it is true. It's true. A lot of women have power now, and then
they have too much power because
yeah.
of education.
yeah.
If you talk, don't you know what is happening these days? If they follow their fellow women, come out. What are you telling me? Look at everywhere, how things turn upside down. Yes. I think we believers, we need more prayers.
You
Because
know.
what's happening to us is spiritual than it's
Yes,
physical.
you know, next time when we are going to be treating the one for the men, you see
Yes.
what a lot of people will be saying here, or maybe our callers may be sending to us that some women don't feel like young anymore when they are in the husband's house and they have children. They have one child, they have two child, and they don't want to feel young anymore. They don't want to go to party anymore. They don't want to do this anymore. Even now, they just wear one beggar clothes and stay in the house, and then they are just getting old. I want them to get ready for next time when we will be talking here, because you see, the more when you marry a woman and the woman is growing, you are also growing.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's true.
If you find yourself looking good, let your woman look
Look
good.
good.
Yeah.
Even if she's lusting at it, if she's forgetting because of the stress of the children, of the home, of food and everything, you need to help that woman. That woman needs to remain beautiful every time.
Yeah, but
And
some
that
women don't like to remain beautiful.
No,
it's
you-
not the man that has to force them.
let us wait until that day, because you will see women are very temperament. They are not calling today, but you see when we attack the men, next time we are talking here, you see the men start calling in, telling you that
women
no,
also.
you cannot tell the man to bow down for a woman like that. You want to tell me to be bowing down for my wife? The woman have to listen first to me. You will hear, but you see this today, we don't hear women. That is some of them will suck it in.
Yeah.
They will look for a solution,
Yeah.
but the man never suck it in. So be prepared. You are going to get a lot of call when we are talking about the men.
I wish there were more men here.
Yeah, we are running up. Well,
For this
it's okay.
situation. Why is it that men always look at women? Always. No matter what, their eyes will always go there.
Yeah, because
That's
God
what
called
is making
Adam.
them- that's what is
God
making
called
them also
Adam.
To look at
Yes,
all
God
the
called.
women.
Yes, now God. Madam, we have to look at them. Oh. Madam, madam, we are just appreciating, and
Don't
then
you have self-discipline anymore.
Women know that men are looking at them.
Anyway, next time we talk about that.
Exactly.
we are going to talk about men next time.
Because
But
men are seductive players.
yes,
When we were young, If
Yes.
you're not admired, you feel inferior.
Yeah.
So you want to be admired, but men admire even.
Yes, you see, in so many traditions. I traveled to the Arab country sometime in the 90s. I was there, and then I studied in one university there.
Which country?
And in Yemen.
Yemen.
It's
Ooh,
Yemen. This
Yemen.
country I was studying in Sana'a in the University of Faith. They call it Al Iman University.
Yeah.
And in that place, we learned something else. I never know. I come from Nigeria to study there, so I was studying, and in this study, they now tell us how to behave in the city. They tell us that when you see a woman coming, do not look direct into their eyes, because then they're even covered. You know, the women are covered. They have this black thing on their eye, but you can only see their eyes. That by looking into their eyes, you are giving them a sign of seductiveness.
Wow.
So when you see women are coming and they are looking direct at you, you look down. I learned that, and it becomes and it becomes a thing that I was informed. I was already informed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes these things these days that we don't learn anymore, people think like you are controlling their life. This is not part of religion. It's not part of it. It's their own culture. That women set their eyes on you, being the man. Their women are like that. I don't want to call them seductive because it's not good, and they're not the seductive, but they are like that. They look straight from that because they believe you are not seeing them. So from that little look, they look straight at you. But when you discover that they are looking at you, we are already being informed. Look down. So by the time you look down, the woman knows that this is not the one. She's going. Even maybe she's not doing it purposely. Maybe she's just going and her eyes just get contact with yours. But look at this day when we're going to the town and you see the woman, you're looking at her, she'll be checking you out. You're looking at her, yeah, she's checking you out. So that guy is good, man. That guy look good. So all these things that we don't have in our society, that we are not controlled, we are not advised to save ourselves from seductive and save ourselves from all this thing that could lead you into that. Nobody's even if they tell you, say, do you want to control my life? They just tell you it's simple. They just tell you, you will see it. They told us, when you go to the city, you will see it. But when you see it, put your eye down.
Okay, don't say this.
And you see, to this moment, I'm talking to you, it becomes part of me. In most cases, I go to the city. I don't just put my eye up to be looking at them. I just look down in most cases because I feel it too. I'm a human being. You can't just dress and look so bogus and look so beautiful and you think I'm not going to look at you. But because I already know that is the temptation. That is where it started. It started from something. So you can always find a way to escape it. Just escape it. It's not that you are powerful. You are not powerful. There's no man that is powerful.
Can you remove your mind?
Yes, but after some time, your mind.
Because you don't know the person.
You don't know the person. Just Can you see how tradition and way of life can keep people out of trouble?
Yeah.
And our own tradition and way of life has been keeping our women out of trouble for centuries until we open it up.
Open eyes.
And now they open eyes.
Yes. And now woman will say, you tell your wife, why are you wearing this miniskirt? Say, you don't want people to see my leg. You don't get jealous. Are you jealous now? They pack up and say, you pack up too much. Say,
So when you women to dress that sexy too on the street.
The men you need to check their home, You need to check sometime in the house. Not every man like it when you dress too seductively. You can dress good, but not seductively.
Yes.
Now, also as a married woman, there's certain things you must wear, you know.
Yeah.
There's certain things that are made for your husband just to see.
Yeah.
All these hot legs.
I really want to ask that question, ma'am. I really want to ask that question from many women.
Yeah.
What do you feel when you dress very seductively? You go out. What do you expect?
No,
I have wanted to ask that question. What do you expect?
They expect.
But when they do it to them, sometimes they get offended.
Yeah, sure.
You see some women will dress so seductively that man cannot take their eye. They will go and touch them, and then the police will come and arrest the man. Now they so it's a setup. And we need to protest. We need to carry placard and tell them women don't dress like that anymore because you're seducing us and you're making us to commit crime.
What best life matters? Best life that or
What is
whatever.
the woman? What is the woman's charm them with the romantic eyes or smile?
That's another thing again.
That's another thing. So you have to put the eye out.
That's another thing again. We can't do anything about that.
Men, they are so vulnerable.
Yes. Do you
Take care of yourself.
see? Do you see what they are saying? Do you see, ma'am? Do you see what the Arab are saying?
Yeah, but
By
what
saying
is
that look
it?
down,
What is
they
it?
say that the eye of a woman,
Yeah.
the eye of a woman is
Yeah,
so
that's a
catching
lot. Yeah.
that when it's set on you,
Yes.
you will go home and you will not sleep.
Yeah, them say
No, they know it. They study it and know it.
they have made the women to be in that
Yeah. They say when you look at another, for women, you see their eye, you will go home and you won't sleep. You say until I catch that woman, and the go that will leave. So men will come and stay on the road waiting for the woman to pass again.
It is so
Yes.
beautiful.
I remember when I was small, also a particular person was just standing out to watch. When I was
Yes.
small, to watch me pass, just to say, then he would go and rest. Just come and see, she's coming. Thank God that I was not there.
So you know the Lord God bless women so much. God bless women so much. No, God bless women so much. But yeah, we know.
Thank God for all of the discussion we've had.
Thank you, ma'am.
And we'll be rounding up very soon now. So but before we round up, just 1 second, say something, look into the camera and encourage somebody before we round up. Start with Mr. Balade. What do you have to say?
I just want to tell you women that you are so beautiful and you are so important.
Yeah.
You're worth more than 1 million. You want more than 1 billion.
Yes.
And the only thing that keeps you to be that beautiful is you really honoring that particular thing that makes you a woman. The very moment you lose that dignity,
Yes.
then you become the person everybody thinks that they can use. So please find a way to solve this problem. I know it's a problem, and I don't have the energy or the power to help, but I know you have it inside of you. You can
Yes,
do it.
You can do it.
Please believe in yourself.
Yes, thank you so much. Auntie Felicia, please.
Exactly what he said.
Yes.
As a married woman, make sure you keep yourself to your husband. If at all there is problem in the home, try and sit down and solve the problem
Yes.
out with your husband.
Mhm.
Do not go out to sleep with another man in order to hurt your husband.
Certainly.
Believe in yourself,
Yes.
and everything will be all right.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you so much. Okay.
What I have to say is always a problem confessed is a problem exposed. So when things are going the way it doesn't supposed to, look for someone, experienced person, and talk to them to help you, even if it's in prayers, than handling it alone. There is a situation you cannot handle alone, that you need someone else. Be honest to them than falling into temptation.
Exactly.
Because we know it's not easy for people these days. The devil is roaming up and down, looking for who to pull down. So in a situation you cannot help, because to overpower you, there are temptations you can't overcome. Look for someone
Yes.
and let them know what they are going through than doing it alone.
On your own.
On your own.
Yes, thank you so much. On this note, we are rounding up, and we want to say a big thank you to those of you who have watched us. And please remember that marriage is honorable, and the marital bed must not be defiled. So no matter what the devil tries to throw in your mind, please avoid it. So even if it's going to mean that you just stay a little bit longer before you get married, but you marry exactly who you want to marry, not that you marry by force. Because when you marry who you want to marry, who you know you love and who loves you, there wouldn't be any temptation for you to, no matter how they try to seduce you outside, you will say no. So please, better not to be involved in this unfaithfulness than to be into marriage and then you go and defile it. So it's not good, and please stay out of it. For the sake of your children as well, stay out of it and maintain your dignity. So on this note, we are rounding up, and the next we are going to bring to you is the men version of it.
Yeah.
Why men flirt? Is that?
Yeah.
Because you said it is natural.
Yeah.
It's natural that they
Yeah,
must
it's natural.
flirt.
Men are thrown.
So-
When God created Adam, He said, "I'm going to give you."
But he gave
only one.
No, wait now.
You see?
God give a woman to the man, but He did not say that I have limited you
No.
to one woman.
Really?
So God said, "I give in abundance."
So you should
And
have
then-
brought 2 ifs. The Bible said he took a rib.
Yeah.
So you should have taken 2 ribs and present 2. You know, two
The
different
wife
ifs.
was Solomon with all his wisdom. You know he died.
No, did not kill the man. The man did not die because of that. The man died because he did not listen to God. If you have about 20 women at home, but you still listening to God, God will teach you how to go around with the 20 women. That is how God wants it. God wants you to help. One of the most things that God loves is women, and God loves them, and that's why He called them the flower in the garden. Let me tell you one thing: because God loves them, God wants somebody to attend to the flower, and the men are the people to attend to the flower. Water it, make it look good. And now that we have too many of them around us, what are we going to do? Allow them to rest?
All of them.
So let that day come. You will see men. No. You will see men recording on this line. Let that day come. You will see men. Women are temperaments, they quiet. That day you will see what the men will do.
Well, we thank all of you and watched us on this day. We are saying a big bye to you, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much. And remember, you can go to our YouTube and download it and listen and share it to others. God richly bless all of you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Apostle.
Yes,
Thank you,
so much.
Thank you everybody for watching us.
Yeah, and remember to go to